What's happening, man? I'm Scotty ATL. I'm an artist out of Atlanta. When I was growing up, man, my mom, used to play a lot of Tupac and shit like that, And so, and like just cleaning around the house, used to just play a lot of old school music, like Blue Lights in the Basement, you know what I'm saying? And so that's when I started really falling in love with music, And from there, I went to high school, and one of my homies at the time we was playing ball. He kind of was into music a lot more than I was, and he was rapping. And so I thought it was cool, We was familiar with like Lil Wayne and, cats like that coming up. And so he was rapping, doing his thing. Started out, I started doing it with him. And, it was kind of like a natural thing that I had a skill for writing, and writing poems and stories and, always good at English and shit like that. Started making raps, man, and folks started fucking with it. I always say when I saw the Brat and Outkast videos, I remember when that Southern Player Listed video came out. And it was, I don't know what it is, man. I think it was just like seeing how cool they was in that video. They had the Kangos on, you feel me? They had like the Braves jerseys, you know what I'm saying? And this was before folks was really doing that in the city. Atlanta was always known for the dance music, Freaknik, and shit like that. So when they came with some player music, it was like something I could relate to, and it was so cool. I was like, damn, okay, it's what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? Plus, like, my dad and uncles was kind of into that, you know what I mean? They was already players, and I would go visit them in the summer. And they would have 2 and 3 girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? We was passing out tapes and CDs, you know what I'm saying? And just really just burning them at the crib, you know what I mean? We would make them, going by a stack of them, and then we was giving them away free at first. And then from there, man, people started liking them. And then I remember we started selling them for like $1, you know what I mean? Just to really get enough money to just buy more CDs. And folks started taking, taking to it, passing them out, burning them. Before you knew it, the whole city knew what was going on. And this was really before the whole internet wave. I had a studio in the basement, my mom allowed me to have that. But I remember like my dad came down for my graduation and my aunt, and they was like, oh, you think you a rapper? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you want to rap? And from there, I had a lot of people that did support what I was doing. But, as far as family, they weren't really like behind me like that wholeheartedly. Even when I really started taking it serious, I remember like, my mom was like, you need to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want to be a rapper? You can be a doctor, you can be this. And I'm like, nah, this is what I want to do. I just have been always influenced by the style of music that they made. Starting out, the music that I always loved was the music that told stories, and the music that was, so-called heartfelt. You look at Jay-Z and you look at Tupac, they always told their story, you know what I'm saying, even Biggie. And so for me, I went through a lot of shit going, getting to where I am now. And so I just remember like listening to those cats and their music helping me get through some of my days, you know what I'm saying? Even UGK, 8 Ball, MJG, you know what I mean? Like, and so for me, it's like I want to give people that same feeling that I had when I listened to some of my favorite artists. 3 or 4 years ago, I started back doing music, I stopped doing music for a while, for like 5 or 6 years. And I was working with an independent label in the city and had all my eggs in one basket, you know what I'm saying? And then that shit fell through, And when it fell through, it was like, I got to start from ground zero. Here it is, I had all my dreams, my time tied into this one, situation or this one dream. And I had to rebuild everything from the ground, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably like the biggest challenge that I had, Just really having to pick myself up from whatever it be the disappointment, that was with that, and just like, I could have gave up and just been like, whatever, I'm done, But bounced back and really got on my feet and got some stuff going. The thing I'm most proud about is being able to inspire people. Like, we do a lot of stuff in the community. We did this program called After Rap Campaign. And we went to boys and girls clubs in the city and like used a song that was on my project called Faith and turn that into like a project to teach kids that after rap or after school or after whatever it is you do, what is it that you want to be? You know what I'm saying? What you want to focus on. And so I get the most joy, man, out of it when people come to me and say like, man, you inspire me to pursue my dream. You know, I think at the end of the day, that's what it's really about. You know, that the music live on and that, you know, you leave a legacy behind. I want to be one of the pioneers of the music game that brought Atlanta music back. It's been a lot of cats in Atlanta that can rap and who have had a voice and been real instrumental in the music game, you know. But I feel like Atlanta has had a bad rap for a minute for having just, you know, not good music or gimmicks. And I want to go down in the history books as one of the dudes that, you know, took the initiative and when other cats was making a certain type of music, he stood up and made some real music, you know what I mean, and brought awareness back to the city to what it's really supposed to be about.